I'll never remember it.
Good evening, everyone. The meeting will now come to order. Thank you. We will now have congratulations to the flag. I'm looking for the name of the child that's going to do the pledge of allegiance. Do you know the name? We're looking for the name. I apologize.
Who's doing the pledge of
Who's
allegiance?
doing the pledge of
You are,
allegiance?
huh? You got that look on your face.
What's your name?
Saida.
Saida.
Saida?
Saida.
Saida.
I will now have the pledge of allegiance by Saida.
Saida.
Thank you so much. Please stand.
Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Present.
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 Present. We will now have presentations by Rancho de la Nación school students. Rancho de la Nación Council will present how students participate with school decisions, activities, and campus culture while building responsibility and civic engagement. And
Good evening, President Avalos, members of the board and executive cabinet. My name is Stephanie Conlin and I am the principal of Rancho de la Nación. It is a proud moment as we stand here tonight. For some time, our campus has missed a formal platform for student leadership. We have successfully restored our student council. This initiative led by our counselor, Mrs. Serrano, right over there, and our student members here behind me today. We have been able to not only restore our student council and bring in our school spirit, but also more importantly, restoring student voice. You're about to hear from Saida and Samaya, who represent this new generation of Mustangs learning what leadership means and representing their peers with integrity, collaboration, and action. Please join me in welcoming our student council leaders behind me here.
Hi, my name is Saida Castaños and I am the Student Council President at Rancho de la Nación. After a very long time, we are proud to have a Student Council back at our school. Our mission is to create spaces where every student feels heard, valued, and connected. A special thank you to our counselor, Ms. Serrano, for her support in making this restoration possible.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lopez and I am Student Council Secretary at Rancho de la Nación. We didn't just run for office, we learned the responsibility of representing others, our classmates. Every Connecticut recorded a video of their speech, sharing their vision for the school. We learned about the importance of outreach by creating and hanging posters that we hung by the library and cafeteria.
Before Election Day, every class watched the recorded speeches to understand each candidate's vision and mission. Students from 3rd through 6th grade participated in the voting process. To ensure everyone could participate and access the ballot, students had the choice to vote in a Google form or a paper ballot.
For 6 weeks, we met every Friday for leadership groups to build skills like working together and active listening, and learn about what it takes to be a good leader. We also meet monthly to discuss school events and give our ideas to the principal. While many schools start at 4th grade, our student council includes 3rd graders to start confidence early.
As a president, I also lead the school's morning announcements by introducing the students who recite the Pledge of Allegiance and the Peace Builders Pledge, and make sure they feel confident before they begin. And our Vice President, Kayla Zubia, has also practiced our morning routine to be ready to step in as needed. These experiences are helping us build public speaking skills that will transfer to middle and high school. We provide students input for events like the Great Kindness Challenge, Read Across America, Pi Day, and Spirit Weeks.
Thank you for supporting the return of student leadership to Rancho de la Nacion.
We are proud to be empowering Mustangs to lead.
So thank you again to Saida and Samaya. As you can see, our Mustangs in Sync are doing more than just making announcements. They are building public speaking skills and leadership skills that will build them through their future journey. I'd like to thank the board and cabinet for your ongoing support in making these opportunities possible for every child at Rancho de la Nacion. Thank you again.
Well, I was just going to say thank you so much for running for office and for bringing this back to your school. It's very inspiring to hear you and see you step into this leadership. And I know one day your names will be up there or anywhere else that you choose to run for office. So on behalf of the board, we are grateful for you and we want to present this to you. Certificate of recognition to Saida Castaños. In the front, yeah, for some pictures. And Samaya Lopez, I'm also Lopez, so here you go, congratulations. No, you're fine. We'll find the hole.
Yes, good job again.
Congratulations. Good job.
Going to item 5B, recognize Carla Rocha from Rancho de la Nacion School as a school district Heights volunteer. Speaker.
Muy bien. Buenas noches, Presidenta Ábalos, miembros de la mesa directiva y el gabinete ejecutivo. Mi nombre es Stephanie Conlin Díaz y tengo el orgullo de servir como directora de Rancho de la Nación. Es un verdadero honor de estar aquí para reconocer a alguien que representa el corazón de nuestra comunidad escolar. Aunque su nombre oficial es Mónica Rocha, la conocemos simplemente y con mucho cariño como Carla. Es que si puedes pasar, por favor. Carla Rachela no es alguien que simplemente ofrece su tiempo como voluntaria, sino que es alguien que es esencial en nuestra escuela. Como madre orgullosa de 3 estudiantes de rancho que están aquí, Ivana de primero grado, ¿dónde estás? Ivana. Y también tenemos a Caleb de tercer grado, Caleb. Y luego Miguel de quinto. Ahí están. No son así en la escuela. Sí, en la escuela están corriendo y tienen mucha energía, ¿eh? Está muy comprometida con el éxito de nuestra escuela. Su dedicación va mucho más allá de sus propios hijos. Carla siempre está presente para todos nuestros estudiantes. Este año asumió formalmente el puesto de liderazgo como miembro de mesa directiva del PTA, pero el año pasado y muchos más años también ha sido una presencia constante y confiable participando en nuestras reuniones de café con las familias, acompañando excursiones y dedicando incontables horas decorando, preparando para eventos escolares, y con nuestros estudiantes se sienten valorados, celebrados y orgullosos de nuestro suelo. Lo que realmente distingue a Carla es su visión, iniciativa, y es muy creativa. Constantemente comparte ideas creativas y significativas para enriquecer la experiencia estudiantil. Y cuando hay trabajo que hacer, no duda que siempre está ahí y es un líder con su ejemplo. Todo lo que hace está enfocado en cómo hacer el ambiente escolar para los estudiantes mejor. Carla, muchas gracias por ser una compañera tan dedicada. Realmente piensas siempre en lo mejor para nuestros estudiantes. Tu tiempo, tu energía, corazón siempre es muy dedicada, y en nombre de toda nuestra escuela escolar te lo agradezco muchísimo. Así que muchas gracias, y para ser nuestra voluntaria del año de Rancho de la Nación.
Yo me siento muy orgullosa de ser parte de Rancho de la Nación. En realidad es un honor estar ayudando ahí. Así también yo puedo estar checando a mis niños. Y la verdad no es algo que me cueste trabajo. Me gusta dar todo de mí, y si voy a ayudar, doy todo de mí. Y no espero nada a cambio. Agradezco que hayas pensado en mí. Pues sí, gracias.
No siento que mi español no está perfecta. Yo necesito practicar mucho más. Okay. Pero, gracias por su presencia con nuestros niños cada día, para estar con madre, para estar en la vida de los niños, para estar, because you're present. Sometimes I swear our children just need more of us present, and so having you spend your time investing in our kids, it matters so much. And so thank you very much for your volunteering, for your family, for your students, for their friends. This is for you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you. Yes. And pictures of you, pictures of the family. We like to make sure everybody.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Family.
And thank you to the entire family for sharing you with us.
Going down to item 5C, introduce and welcome our new employee, Dr. Maritza Ketton, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources.
Thank you.
Oh wait, I don't have to push it anymore. Forgot. I want to welcome our new employees. Today we have one RSVP and 2 that could not make it. I'll start with the first person that is here, Natalie Mondragon, Instructional Assistant Healthcare at Olivewood School. Come on up. Ms. Mondragon has over a year of experience as a behavioral technician and was a substitute instructional assistant healthcare for NSD. She holds a bachelor's degree in sociology from the California State University. Welcome, Natalie. And the next 2 are not present, but if you want to take the photo now. And Eleanor. Thank you and welcome to NSD. Our next new employee is Heather Fontes, impact teacher at Central School. Ms. Fontes has over a year of teaching experience. She holds a bachelor's degree in liberal studies and a master's in elementary education from San Diego State University. Welcome, Heather. You can clap. Our next new employee is Alyssa Godinez, Instructional Assistant Healthcare at Lincoln Acres School. Ms. Godinez has 9 years of experience working with children from birth to 17 years old. She is currently pursuing an Associate of Arts degree in social work at Southwestern College. Welcome, Alyssa Godinez. And welcome to all of our NSD new employees.
Item 6, public communication. Public communication provides the public with the opportunity to address the board regarding an item on the agenda or other topic. Anyone wishing to address the board shall submit a request for oral communication card. Cards are available near the entrance of the boardroom and are to be submitted to the recording secretary. A member of the public who wishes to address the board on any such matters is limited to 3 minutes for one matter up to a maximum of 5 minutes for all closed and open session matters. There shall be a limit of 20 minutes for any matter unless such time limit is waived by a majority vote of the board. Members of the public may not yield any time to the speakers. No board action can be taken. Thank you. We're going. Except we already did accept it. The business part of the meeting is over, and if any parents want to take the children home to do their homework, or you're more than welcome to stay to the end of the meeting. We're not gonna feel bad if you do leave. You want to stop to drive through real quick, like, and get an ice cream. Oh. Now we're going to 7. A is to accept the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion to approve by trustee Sarmiento and a second by
Maria Castañeda.
motion to approve, excuse me. To approve by Mrs.
Betancourt Castañeda.
Betancourt Castaneda. Second by Miss Cindy Lopez. Trustee Cindy Lopez. Please vote.
Item passes unanimously.
Okay. Approve the consent agenda routine items of business. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and will be acted upon in one action by the board. It is understood that the superintendent has recommended approval for these items. There will be no discussion prior to the time the board votes on the motion, unless members of the board, staff, or public request specific items to be discussed and/or removed from the consent agenda. All items approved by the board will be deemed considered in full and adopted as recommended.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have by Mrs. Sarmiento, approved, and a second by Maria Betancourt Castaneda. All approved? All vote please.
Item passes unanimously.
Item 9A. These board policies and administrative regulations were first presented for review as the January 21st, 2026 board meeting. They are part of our ongoing partnership with the California School Boards Association, which helps ensure our policies stay up to date with the current laws and regulations. Our executive cabinet carefully reviewed each update and customized them to match the National School District practices. The board also spent many hours reviewing each proposed change. Most of the updates reflect legal or regulatory changes, not changes in how we run the district. Since the first reading, the board and public have had a chance to review the updates and ask questions. As agendized at our February 4th board meeting, no questions were received. These policies are now ready for adoption. Once approved, they will be posted on the district website like the National School District policies. We will continue to bring forward updates at future meetings to keep all policies current. Do I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion to adopt by Maria Betancourt Castaneda and a second by Trustee Michelle Gates. Thank you. Please vote.
Item passes unanimously.
Item. First reading. Excuse me. 9B, first reading of the board's policies and administrative regulations from the California School Board Association updates. National School District contracts with the California School Boards Association online policy information service that is continually updated. All suggested updates are customized to meet the needs of practice individual districts. Item 9B, we are now moving into our next group of board policy updates. This item is a first reading of proposed updates. All recommended updates are included in the exhibit for public review and the board members to review between now and our next meeting. These updates were suggested by the California School Board Association and reviewed by the district staff to ensure alignment with the current district practice. The board will now be taking action this evening. However, members are encouraged to review the policies and bring forward any questions or discussion at our next meeting. Any significant questions could be submitted to the superintendent in advance so that the staff may research and prepare responses. No action is required on this item. We now go to item 10. A cast vote for the 2026 California School Board Association Delegate Assembly election. Speaker, me. San Diego County and is represented by delegates from the California School Boards Association Delegate Assembly. Member school boards are eligible to nominate and elect California School Board Association Delegate Assembly representatives. Each member board submits one ballot. This year, the board may vote for up to 9 candidates. Biological sketch forms for all candidates have been forwarded to board members under separate cover. Region 17 has 21 delegates, 16 elected and 5 appointed. Due to a district clerical oversight, Trustee Betancourt Castaneda was inadvertently left off the official ballot, despite completing all required nomination materials. California School Board Association was unable to update the ballot after the submission deadline. A write-in nomination is the only way to ensure her candidacy is considered. See attached email sent to all Region 17 superintendents and trustees. Delegate Assembly members provided valuable service to the California School Board Association. The Assembly is the primary policy-making board of the association. Delegates adopt the association legislative platform, take positions on other critical issues that come before it, elect officers and directors, and adopt bylaw changes. Delegates also serve as a two-way communication link between the board members in the region and the regional director, and play an important role in fostering collectively within their region. The Delegate Assembly meets twice each year. It sets California School Board Association's general policy direction and fulfills a critical governance role within the association. Delegates act as liaisons between California School Board Association and local board members in their regions. And they also meet with other delegates and the California School Board Association director in their regions. Delegates serve 2-year terms that begin April the 1st. Return ballots must be postmarked or submitted electronically on or before March the 16th. Recommended action. Cast vote for 2026 California Board Association Delegate Assembly election.
I would like to make motion to go ahead with the ballot as stands, plus adding Trustee Betancourt Castaneda. But there are others, I'm sure, who we all across this space would like to be considered to fill out the remaining spots. And so I would like to motion to open that discussion, if that's the way that should be done. So I'm not sure how that should be done.
Can I have the floor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, at my recent Delegate Assembly meeting, we had 4 of us that would like to be considered to be added to this. 4 of us that did not make the slate due to the clerical error, and some that don't need to be added because there are appointments. So we don't need to add them because they will be appointed based on their district that will make that appointment. So if we can add myself, Andrew Hayes, which showed interest, Rudy Lopez, and Marla Stritch. The others would be, some did make it based on a separate nomination from their own district, but some that will, like I mentioned, will be appointed based on their district size. So they will be added based on that. So if I can make that.
Could you clarify the last name you read?
Marla Stritch, she's almost to the bottom one.
Marla. Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
And that was
Got it.
based on our last Delegate Assembly meeting.
Okay. So I would be amending my motion with detail then. I would like to make a motion to accept the 5 individuals already listed, plus add write-ins of Maria Betancourt Castaneda, Andrew Hayes, Rudy Lopez, and Marla Stritch as our slate for Delegate Assembly.
Thank you. Thank you. We
have a motion by Michelle Gates and a second by Cindy Lopez. Please vote.
Item passes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Item passes 4 yes, 1 no.
I want to say no. Oh, wait a minute.
Can we vote again?
So a motion from me.
Item passes 3 yes, 2 no.
Educational Services, presented by Dr. Phil Young.
Thank you. Well, good evening. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here this evening. Tonight I'll be sharing our LCAP mid-year report. However, before I dive into the specifics of the data and the initiatives, I just want to take a moment for a sincere and heartfelt acknowledgement. I want to express our deep gratitude and thanks to the exceptional staff, both certificated and classified staff, who really make our mission possible. The information that we're reporting on tonight isn't the result of any one single person, but really it's the collective dedication of committed individuals that make up our NSD family. Those efforts not only are there to meet academic goals, but also to address the crucial social emotional needs that are fundamental to a student's well-being and lifelong success. So we just want to make sure that we thank all of our staff for everything that they do on behalf of our students on a daily basis. So we're going to go ahead and turn our attention to the exciting LCAP mid-year report. All right. This presentation really serves as a key function, as it is a requirement that we present to this mid-year report. It provides an update on our progress. Specifically, it reviews 3 key areas, which include some of our mid-year outcome data, mid-year expenditure data, and really just the overall implementation status of our action steps. And so our purpose tonight is to check in to see that we're on track for supporting our students, and then to, of course, make any necessary adjustments for the second half of the school year. As you know, the Local Control Accountability Plan is a 3-year plan. And so we are currently in year 2 of a 3-year cycle. It outlines specific goals and actions and resource allocations. It provides a roadmap for improving our student outcomes. And while there's no specific template for the mid-year report, in partnership with our friends in fiscal and in business, we do track our expenditures diligently on an ongoing basis. So this graphic just demonstrates the tracking of those expenditures thus far. Specifically for national, our LCAP includes 5 main overarching goals. So goal 1 is really focused on the progress of our English learner students and addresses language acquisition, academic performance, as well as reclassification rates. Goal 2 focuses on increasing academic proficiency for all students through the implementation of our MTSS, or multi-tiered system of support, which is really a framework just to ensure that we're addressing individual student needs and that we're providing rigorous and engaging learning experiences for all. Goal 3 is focused on our engagement with our parents, our families, and community partners, supporting learning for all of our students. Goal 4, again, here using that MTSS framework to meet the needs of all students, but with a lens on social emotional learning and positive behavior interventions. And goal 5 specifically targets our youngest learners, focusing on creating a strong foundation for our state preschool students. And so for the mid-year report, we wanted to provide an update on our status using some of the state and local measures that we use. So first off, we did want to share with you the dashboard information. The California School Dashboard is an online tool designed to give parents and the public a snapshot of the district's and schools' performance on a variety of state and local measures. It moves beyond just a single test score, and it really provides a more complete picture of what is happening in our schools, helping to identify areas of strength and where improvement may be needed. So it takes into account both performance as well as growth. The dashboard uses these kind of colored dials there that you could see. It has a color-coded system, and really, again, you can go from the colors from red or orange all the way up to green or blue. So the indicators there provide data that districts use to set those goals and allocate resources in their LCAP plan. And so we've combined some information for you on this slide to share with you some of the dashboard information as well as local metrics. So this slide is in regard to our English learner progress based on the LPAC. And you could see on the dashboard for our English learners that there was a positive change with an increase of 7.3%, which gave us that green indicator. For long-term English learners, which is classified by the CDE as students who are in 6th grade or more, who've been with us, that also shows a positive increase. So that information there is just targeting our 6th grade students then, and it's an increase of 2.5%. So that dashboard information looks at growth as measured by the LPAC, and the data point included there at the bottom indicates that we had that increase of students who moved up one level. And so you can see that positive change there of 8.1%. And again, this really just speaks to our ongoing work that's occurring in our classrooms and across our schools, focusing in on designated ELD instruction, as well as integrated ELD scaffolds that happen across the content areas. Another local metrics that we use in the LCAP has to do with our reclassification rates. And so we went ahead and wanted to provide you that. It includes information from 2024 and 2025. So you can see an increase there of the percentage of students who are meeting that criteria. And then to date, we have 134 students. That's from the beginning to the middle of, to now, to the middle of the year. But that's reclassification that happens throughout the school year. So we are optimistic and believe that we are on track to meet those numbers. For academic performance, we did want to go ahead and share with you the rest of the dashboard information. And again, that shows the change, the growth over time in ELA and math. And you can see that that was some solid, significant growth that even changed the color on the dial there. And then you could also see in science, which was a bit flat, but again, positive growth. So that being said, we also know that while the growth is promising, we do always recognize that there is always more work to be done. And as principals and teachers continue to monitor their own school data, we continue to maintain our commitment to implement those MTSS strategies as a means to ensure that students are receiving the supports that they need. So with that, you can see the specific efforts to ensure that interventions are occurring, both academic and social emotional interventions, and that they are occurring during the school day as well as after school. And so you can see here that we're pleased to show that ongoing recruitment of our taking advantage of that existing structure with ELOP for after school. So we're also providing some of those interventions after school. So again, grateful to our teachers who are willing to engage in that work and provide that intervention for our students. And so with that, we also use our iReady diagnostic, which I know you're familiar with, and that is our own academic local measure to monitor student progress and really just reflect on our teaching and learning practices, always looking for ways to how to improve those supports that we're providing for our students. And so here on this slide, this is our mid-year reading data. And again, it shows the percent of students that are early on or above grade level. And we did also include data from this time last year, just as a reference point. So again, positive change there, but it is also sheds light on the ongoing work that we are engaged in. And so we have actually spent a lot of quality time with our principals around analyzing our data and really allowing them the support and the time to collaborate with each other as they dig into that information, as well as they're looking to see how to best support their teachers and their teacher teams. And so in the area of math, again, you can see that this data also shows some forward movement. But again, that work continues as we continue to look at the best strategies to support our kiddos. Additionally, we did want to share some of the other metrics that we use and that are a portion of our LCAP. So for engagement, you can see that the state dashboard information looks at chronic absenteeism. And now here, we want to go ahead and wanted to see that rate, in this case, you would want a decrease in that number. And so you could see that there was that decrease with a rate of, it went from 29.3 in 2024, then down to 24.9. And then currently to date, we're at about 22.4 with a chronic absenteeism rate. And again, this is work that we want to continue to look at, and we are fortunate to be recipients of community schools funding to be able to further continue that connection with our families as we make sure that we're re-engaging all of our students. Attendance rate is another data point. It's not one that's called out in the dashboard, but it certainly is one that we all look at on a regular basis. We know how critical it is for students to come to school and to be present. And so we're always looking for fun strategies to make sure that kids are connected to school, that they have an ownership over their learning, and that they're taking part in some meaningful learning experiences. So that's ongoing work, but again, you could see our attendance rate there to date at 93%. And then another measure on the dashboard that is in regards to climate, that is something that's mentioned, and that has to do with suspension rates. And so you can see that we did have a change in our color status to orange. And so there was an increase in suspension rates from 2024 compared to 2025. And again, our approach for this is to continue to ensure that we're teaching and supporting our students around positive behavior skills. While we're still holding students accountable, we are actively offering Tier 1 education to all of our students. We have SEL curriculum, and I know some of that was covered at the last board meeting, and that was shared with our counselors and that team. But also, of course, there's Tier 2 and Tier 3 supports that are provided to students who are struggling. So again, looking at our current data, we can see that we are on a positive trend when you look at the current information at 1.1%. And again, just always trying to look at, we recognize the importance of ensuring that our kids are engaged and connected with schools. And so there's the academic requirements, of course, but we also know that kids learn best when they feel a connection with their school. So to summarize, we see our English learner progress that continues. And so we're pleased to see that with increased reclassification rates and dashboard indicators. We see our academic performance is also on a positive trajectory year over year in language arts and math, according to the dashboard. We see some positive growth trends with increases also in our iReady as our local measure that we're looking at that also. And again, we were wanting to still continue to look for additional growth by really making sure that we're using interventions and that we're tracking the impact of those interventions as well. We always know that we want to be reflective in our practice and look for ways to improve, both for any of those extra supports that we're offering either during the day or through after school or extended learning times. And so we are, believe it or not, in March and are getting ready to start March, which is just amazing. But with that being said, we always want to kind of keep our eye on the prize there and continue to strengthen our Tier 1 instruction and interventions in literacy and in math, because we really want to continue to see that accelerated progress for our students. And I know that the people in this room are diligently at supporting their teachers to be able to make sure that we're making sound instructional decisions that serve our students. Attendance is another piece that we know, again, making sure that we have that connection, that we're having a positive climate for our students, a welcoming learning environment. And so that is something also that's going to continue. It is a piece of the administrator dashboard that they take a look at and look to see and share strategies on how they're helping support that. Additional areas, of course, we want to continue to support any of those behavior challenges that may be out there through our MTSS systems, as well as the PBAIS and social and emotional supports that we discussed at our last presentation at the last board meeting. We use that mid-year data, again, to refine our practice, to refine our supports, again, including our principal action steps. That's something that we, on an ongoing basis, have conversations about that. And so that really kind of quickly gives you an overview of where we're at with our LCAP. We are also in the process of soliciting feedback and input as we are now pivoting to write the plan for next year. And so I know that we have had some positive parent opportunities, family opportunities with DLAC and DPAC, as well as our PTA roundtable for them to give feedback as we write the next LCAP for next year. But we also have a digital survey that's out there, and I know all our principals are sharing that with families too. We have some good traction. We have seen an increased number of respondents. And so we really want to gather everyone's input and voice as we develop our plan for next year.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. All right. Just for knowledge, chronic absenteeism is defined as?
I believe it's 10% of absences, but it's always assessed. It's kind of a rolling number, because if at any point a student misses 10% of the school year, then they're qualified as chronically absent.
All right. So we're talking 18 days out of the school year. So if anyone is listening, your children, pay attention to your children's numbers. It's time it's time lost in the thinking process. It's time lost in the connections between one lesson and the next. There's a whole bunch of things to it, and we understand that kids get sick. They are germy beings, as are, but it does have an impact on them. This is scattershot, so I apologize for that. So for suspension rate, you said it went up, but can you articulate how we decide suspensions as far as requirements go? Because Ed Code does have, we have requirements. It's not at the whim of.
So,
Correct. So there are some parameters around that. There are instances where we can't suspend a student. For example, defiance in particular was probably the latest one that has come out that was more of a significant change for administrators. But really, there are all of the ed code kind of violations that could happen, those incidences. We do provide some guidance in collaboration with the county office, a matrix of sorts to be able to share with our principals as guidance for any specific incident that may occur. We obviously want to make sure that we are that we're cautious and looking at every situation as an individual situation. So we really want to understand what the circumstances are, and that's when our principals go ahead and engage in some type of investigation to make sure that it's an appropriate decision, because we know the impact of that also. Not sure if that's kind of answering your question.
well, when I was a kid 1,000 years ago, suspension was much more at the whim of whoever was in charge. And that is not the way that we do things anymore. And I just honestly felt like that's something we want to say out loud, that there are things that we have to say, I'm sorry, your child is suspended. And that is, that those are safety concerns for the child or for those around them, and we don't do it because we're frustrated. It's not that type of thing. And I just felt like it's an important thing to say.
Absolutely.
Because it's not based on that. It is based on, we have rules to follow too.
Exactly. I would add, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would just add that we really value a balanced approach when we're dealing with discipline situations. Want to make sure that students are held accountable, but they're also being provided with opportunities to learn and to be supported in their decision making. So it is a balance that all of our administrators need to kind of strike, but really the idea there is what's in the best interest of the one student as well as the other students.
My last two thoughts. When it comes to the tests, I watch my students, and having students pay like their attention, they do not always have the attention level to give to tests. And so when we are looking at test scores and all of that, I always kind of do a little bit of, oh dear heavens, nail biting. But because there are days where our students just don't have the level of attention to give. I also would say another thing that we sometimes fight against is their personal investment in that test, because they may or may not see it as important themselves, which impacts testing. And then distractions. We often underestimate the various distractions that even our little ones are going through, whether it's that they're hungry or their friend took their pencil, or up to mom and dad were fighting last night. There are so many things that our kids carry when they are taking these tests. At the same time, I appreciate the dashboard and iReady as touch points, rather than what we used to have, which was more of the aha moment when you were like, oh, once a year we're going to find out what's going on. The dashboard and iReady does definitely help us understand more what's going on, and that's a major investment of time. And so thank you for it, and thank you for bringing this to us tonight for us to see what's happening.
Trustee Sarmiento?
Thank you. I'd just like to say that I'm gratified by seeing that the numbers are going up. And I credit you, Dr. Filia, for having something to do with that. And hopefully it will continue. In fact, I'm sure it will continue. But I'm just very happy to see slow and steady ones are way up.
That's right. Trustee Lopez?
Yes, just want to say thank you again, Dr. Philip, for the presentation, and for staff for being here, and also for the work that you're doing, and also to our certified and classified. Just wanted to clarify, is this second or third year of our LCAP? When is that?
This is year 2, so we're currently in year 2, and we'll be then writing the year 3 plan.
Thank you.
Trustee Bettencourt Castaneda?
Thank you. I would just say thank you, Dr. Filial, for your presentation here this evening, and thank you to all our principals and staff for being here this evening, and for everybody's hard work with our students. It takes an entire village to do this hard work for our students, but also to our parents for their support, because it's very difficult to ensure that our students are there, present, and engaged for these day-to-day, because like Mrs. Gates said, there's so many distractions and everything going on that there's so many variables to ensure that our students are there and present to be able to perform these tests. So thank you to everybody for all the support they can provide for our students. So thank you.
Any other comments? Thank you so much. We now go down to business services. Item 13A. Going down to item B, I'm sorry. 11B. Approve the comprehensive school safety plan for all schools in the district office for the 2025-2026 school year. The Senate Bill 187 requires that all schools develop a comprehensive school safety plan, which is due to the state by March the 1st annually.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Trustee Gates makes a motion. Trustee Bettencourt Castaneda seconds. The motion, please vote. No.
Passes unanimously.
We'll now go down to, yes, I'm sorry.
No worries. I just wanted to go ahead and thank all of our principals again for being here. Wanted to invite up Dr. Vargas just very quickly to be able to acknowledge. I know everyone's been working on their school safety plans. Go ahead.
Good evening, Board President, trustees, and executive cabinet. This evening, you have our item to approve our comprehensive school safety plans. I wanted to take this moment just to recognize the hard work from all of our principals and engaging with our school site councils, and especially would like to thank our partners from National City Police Department. We have Paul Hernandez, who supports us. He oversees our school resource officers. He also reviewed all 10 plans and provided input. And so again, just thank you again for that partnership. It's highly valuable. I know he and I are in communication often to refine our plan. And so all of the recommendations that are provided will be included or are included in this year's update. And as updates are provided, we will be including those in future plans. Thank you.
Thank you. We now go down to approve CT 4354 with Rockspace to provide data hosting and reporting services and support. Approval of this item will provide the district with data hosting and reporting services and support from Rackspace.
Motion to approve the comment.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Castaneda, Bettencourt Castaneda, second by Trustee Sonia. Please vote.
No, with discussion here.
We have a discussion by Bettencourt Castaneda.
Do we have something similar already? Dr. Filia?
We have had actually this particular service in place since 2020. So Rackspace is a hosting service for our data warehouse. It includes all student and staff data that's collected there and housed and hosted that feeds our digital academic programs. And so the renewal of this contract would just allow for us to continue to receive that hosting service.
So this is an approval, because it says approved, so it's not not a renewal.
It's a new 3 year, sorry.
Okay, because it looks like it's doesn't look like a renewal. This is to approve,
Right, because we're bringing it back since it's been 3 years. So we're bringing it back.
so to renew the contract, okay.
Any other
Because it says a one-time cost for for a new server setup. So we're having to renew for a new service. New server setup, can you explain that portion of it?
My understanding is that the equipment is out of, they don't service the equipment we have. So this is to upgrade that equipment. It's a one-time.
Okay, so we have to upgrade the existing service, the equipment that we currently have, so it's outdated. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. It just need clarification. Thank you.
Going down to item D, amend,
We still need to vote.
please vote. Going down to item D, amend CT 3917 to participate in COPE's grant. Approval of this amendment will allow the district to continue to participate in the creating opportunities and preventing and eliminating suicide, COPES grant. I have a motion.
Motion to amend.
Second. We have a motion by trustee Gates and a second by trustee Lopez.
I have discussion.
Discussion, please.
We're on 11D, correct?
Yes, correct. 11D.
For this contract, it has, and we're amending the contract. I just want clarification. We have Mr. Evanescence on the contract. Can you clarify why we have him signing this contract?
Sure, thank you so much. So I appreciate you asking. Some people could potentially look at this and be a little bit confused. Mr. Evanescence, of course, was the CBO back in 2022 when this original agreement was signed. This is an amendment to. So the County Office of Education, who has formed this amendment and provided it to us, that's what we see on the board agenda tonight. They structured it in a way where they provided the original contract. Yes, it does have his signature on it. However, you'll see that there is a portion that says Amendment 2, and it does have a place for current staff to sign, myself being the current staff. Thank you.
Thank you. I know I asked you the question. I just wanted for the public to know why his name is still on there. So just wanted to clarify that for the public. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Please vote. Going down to now, the business services. Agenda 13A. Conduct a public hearing to enter into the energy services agreement with Luminacy LLC. The governing board will conduct a public hearing to receive community input on a proposed power purchase agreement, PPA, with Luminacy LLC for the installation of solar energy systems across 11 district sites. The board will now hear comments from any members of the public who wish to speak on this matter. Do we have any public comments?
None.
No. As part of this hearing, we will make a brief statement. Dr. Cochran.
Thank you so much. So you may remember that at our last board meeting, a representative from Luminace came and shared about the energy savings potential of a power purchase agreement that could be instituted at zero cost to the district, but save us significantly over a 25-year period and with projections of about 18 million in savings across that time. The public hearing that we just engaged in allowed the opportunity for the public to come and speak or be heard on the item. The item that we will passed, that is the resolution this evening, is all part of a procurement method through Government Code 4217.12 that allows the board to enter into an energy services agreement when it's found that there will be a significant savings. And so that particular government code that allows a selection of that energy services agreement vendor is in place of public bidding.
Any other concerns? If not, we'll go down to item 13B. Adopt resolutions 25, 26, 34 to enter into an energy service agreement with Luminacy LLC. Speaker.
Did we officially close the hearing?
Pardon?
Did we officially close the hearing?
Hearing is now closed. Thank you. We'll go on to next item B, right? Am I on the right page this time? Dr. Coffin.
Thank you. I wanted to mention as a component of this item, in a few weeks back, the board did approve a contract with a energy services consultant that independently reviewed and verified the projected savings of Luminace that they provided to us. The consultant has provided the district with their report. They did determine that the numbers were both reasonable and accurate, those provided by Luminace to the board and to National School District, and additionally said that the savings, if anything, were on the conservative end. Additionally, there was a question by the board regarding community power and what savings we have with community power. I have been in touch with community power, and we do, as a result of our partnership with community power, have about a 1.5%, 1.5% energy savings annually with them. So just for a frame of reference, if we spent $1 million on energy, it would be about $15,000 that we would be saving. With Luminace, we're projected to save approximately in the range of 7.5% in the first year, so about 6% greater, but it also locks our energy expenses for 25 years to come. So as rates increase with the local utility, our rates remain locked. And really, that's where we generate savings, is on year 25, where rates have increased so substantially, but we're still paying a low dollar amount that's locked in, right? So I wanted to share those details that closed. One, the consulting and their report that they provided, as well as our interactions with community power around savings between the two.
Yes. 13C. Authorize advertisement for E-rate core network construction upgrades.
We have to make a motion. Second.
Who will make the motion? Trustee Lopez made the motion. Trustee Sarmiento second.
No, it didn't.
Trustee Bettencourt Castaneda second. Thank you.
We are voting on
Now we
13B.
go to
13B.
13B at this time.
Yes. Vote.
We're waiting on the second.
It was myself.
Where is she?
Maria Bettencourt Castaneda. Sorry.
Please vote.
Item passes.
Thank you. We're now going to item C. Authorize advertisement for E-rate core network infrastructure upgrades. Speaker, Dr. Robert Swain.
Thank you. So annually, we have the opportunity to participate in E-rate. E-rate is a terrific program for school districts whereby we can receive approximately 80% off of technological hardware, software that we need to purchase. And in this particular case, we have a number of items out to bid. However, the purchase of a new firewall is of primary importance in this. Just to be clear, existing firewall is still current, but it will age out. And so our IT department regularly needs to purchase new supported hardware. And in this case, it is hardware with some software components for installation. And as I said, it's a terrific program. If, for example, those expenses were $150,000, we pay about 20%. $30,000 of that would be what we purchase. So you'll see E-rate regularly year to year because it's a great opportunity for school districts to purchase things they need at a severely discounted rate.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
We have trustee Bettencourt Castaneda made a motion, second by trustee Lopez. Please vote.
Item passes unanimously.
Going down to item D. Amend CT 4333 with Steca Construction Group LLC. Dr. Robert Popkin.
Thank you. So this is when bidding occurs, we receive a bid that is essentially locked in at value for work to be performed. In this case, that bid will remain locked on this particular project. However, sometimes there are needs for a prime contractor to change out a subcontractor. There's a process for doing that that's governed by public contract code. There can be a variety of reasons, specific reasons that substitution might take place. And when this takes place, the process outlined in Public Contract Code 4107 must be followed. It has been followed, and the prime contractor is notifying the board of their intent to change out that subcontractor.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
Bettencourt Castaneda, and a second by trustee Sarmiento. Please vote.
Item passes unanimously.
We now have board cabinet communications. Trustee Gates, please.
All right, quickly, thank you to Dr. Fillon and your team for your presentation on the LCAP. It's a beast, and you wrestle it to the ground for us every time, so thank you. Thank you also to principals for your presence here tonight. Sergeant, thank you for being here. We appreciate you taking the time to inform us and educate us so that we are doing better by our students. Thank you. LPEC testing still going on? Uh-huh. Yeah. Go you. It's another beast to wrestle to the ground. Yes. So good luck to all of our students and their teachers as you are testing. We like show off for us, will you? I think there's so much that you know that you're just waiting to let us see. So good luck with that. I'm going to be very bad, but somebody brought it up to me today and I can't let it go. There's only 17 school days until break, which is crazy. Time is moving faster and faster, but use every day really well, my friends. Thank you.
I know. Trustee Lopez.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you again to our Rancho de la Nacion student leaders for coming and presenting to us. Thank you, Mrs. Serrano and Principal Colin Diaz for your leadership as well. Again, congrats to our volunteer of the month, Carla. Thank you for your heart for our school. And also, thank you, staff, for your presentations, for being here. Thank you to the Nashville City Police Department for your partnership. Sergeant, if you have badge stickers, please stick around. I want some. And also, thank you, leadership. Or the real ones. And also, shout out to our bus drivers. It is still February and it's Love the Bus month. So thank you.
Trustee Sarmiento. I concur with the aforementioned comments, and I also wanted to add that I've signed up for, excuse me, Read Across America, and I requested a book about Mrs. Piggle Wiggle. Has anyone ever read it? When I was in third grade at Lincoln Acres Elementary School, my teacher, Ms. Kulovic, read it to the class, and I just fell in love with it. And even as an adult, I went to the National City Public Library, checked the book out, read it to my kids. And I requested that book for this year's Read Across America. I want to read to the third graders, hopefully the same class at Lincoln Acres that I've sat in. And they're trying to track down the book now, but I may just have to go to the library and pick it out myself. But it's a cool book. If you've never heard of it, it's good for third graders, and I highly recommend it. That's all I have.
Trustee Bettencourt Castaneda.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody who is still here. I guess it's still early, so it's not keeping you too late. Thank you to our Rancho students for their leadership and for our counselor for bringing the student roundtable. I think it's what you guys still call it, right? Student council, bringing that program back. Congratulations to Monica Carta Rocha for her excellent donation of her time and her family for allowing her to give up all of that time from her family time. And let's see, welcome to our new employees, to the NSD family. And thank you to all of those who came to visit our Olivewood Gardens and Olivewood from the National Green School Conference. It was a very pleasant and exciting visit. Dr. Brady and Ms. Felker hosted, if that's what we would say, right? And all of Cabinet were present. We were able to have them visit. It was a very delight to have them there and see all of our students in action and them visit Olivewood Gardens. Thankfully, it did not rain on us. Did it rain on our parade? For the Green Ribbon Award, right? I'm not mistaken. And thank you, Dr. Filion, and everybody who was part of the presentation, although you were here, but presenting, but I know you have a team behind you. And I would like to give an update on our delegate meeting this Monday. We had San Diego County Office of Education present on cybersecurity. A lot of information. As you can imagine, it's a very hot topic. They presented on AI, the benefits and the risks, Red Hearing Program, the multifunction authentication, tabletop opportunities, and then chatbot information. Also spoke about the WHO awards, if you haven't already signed up, if you're interested. It is going to be on April 25th. The tickets are live, so if you're interested, please, I think let Jocelyn and Vanessa know. Legislative Action Week is going to be virtual, and it's going to be March 17th to the 29th. They did speak about CIF, which does not pertain to us. If you're interested, just let me know. We can speak offline. Coast to Coast is April. If you haven't signed up and if you have the budget to attend, let me know because I'll be attending. We can kind of coordinate. And would like to say thank you for nominating me here tonight. I am very engaged. I attend all my meetings. I'm very prepared. So I thank you for that. It is something that I'm very passionate about because it is something that is very important that we have somebody who is there and it is very involved. It is very important that we have somebody there who is very spoken in regards to our community, because oftentimes we don't have somebody who can speak on behalf of our community. So thank you so much for that nomination. Thank you.
Dr. Cochran.
Thank you. Wanted to thank the Rancho de la Nacion team for their presentation this evening. That was great to see. And I also wanted to follow up, I believe, with the John Otis team who presented last time and provided us some salsa recipes. I did want to let you know, update, we tried the salsa recipe and it was great. So please tell your students. I also want to just take a moment to share with the board. There was some comments a few board meetings back regarding the desire to provide our students with more during ELAP or after school learning in terms of food, nourishment, dinner. Want you to know that we have been taking some steps with that, and some of them included looking at what we could provide in terms of hot dinner versus cold dinner. Child nutrition services is a very regulated area, so there are some very specific things that we would be required to do if we were, for example, to have a hot dinner versus a cold dinner. But I do want you to know that there are some steps that we've taken with that. We've seen what the requirements are, and that we're currently in the process of surveying families who currently attend and participate in those programs to understand from them what are the needs or what are the wants, what would be helpful. So this is just an update, and we'll have more information that we'll bring back before the board a little bit later. Just wanted you to know that we hadn't lost track of that request. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kepman.
I want to welcome the new employees to the NSD family. And I have lots of thank yous, the same thank yous we've already said. Excuse me. Thank you to the, hold on. Let me get some water. Excuse me. Thank you to the Rancho students for their school leadership and Ms. Rocha for everything she does for the Rancho community. Also, I want to thank Dr. Philly and the Ed Services team for helping to support with the presentation tonight and all the data that you gathered. Thank you. And thank you to all of our administrators here and Officer Hernandez for being here. It truly is a great partnership. In most of the districts I've been in, this is the best partnership that we have with our local law enforcement. So thank you. And then also just thank you to Ms. Quinn and the Ira Harbison staff for a great visit yesterday. Thank you.
Dr. Phil, yeah.
Yes, so I did want to go ahead and call out the team who really helped organize a lot of the information and gather the information. Of course, we have our resident data expert, Ms. Blanchett, who is critical and supports all of our schools. Also, Dr. Ferris, Dr. Vargas, and Ms. Melanie's, of course, who also were critical in developing our plan. Additionally, just a couple of announcements. So you mentioned spring break, which is coming, but just want to mention that we do have our Spring Reach for Joy session that will take place over spring break from March 23rd through April 3rd. And they offer 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday activities and care for our students. It'll be held at Olivewood and Rancho de la Nacion this spring. They're going to have a strong STEAM focus, and so we're excited about the type of activities that they'll be able to engage in, as well as some fun field trips, of course, to have them have some great real-world experiences. So enrollment is still open, and you can check the website to sign up for that. We also are ready to start off our 4th through 6th grade National School District Soccer Cup. So as I mentioned before, we have our 4th through 6th graders who are getting ready. We have our first 2 matches scheduled for March 5th at the Jackie Robinson YMCA. Those matches occur at 3 p.m. and 2 matches happen at the same time. So our first matchup will be with the Central Dolphins against the Kimball Lions, and then the epic rivalry with the El Toyon Eagles versus the Rancho de la Nacion Mustangs. So we shall see how that turns out. So, right? Yeah. So everyone, of course, is invited to come by and cheer them on. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to say ditto. I tend to be long-winded, and I know people are ready to settle into their evenings, so I won't repeat everything. But First, I just wanted to say that there's a lot of people behind that data, and just kudos to everybody, whether they're in the classroom teaching, supporting outside the classroom, instructional aides, or instructional leaders. Two that I want to spotlight tonight for the board are two of our teachers that will be receiving the Outstanding Math Educator Award for the Greater San Diego Math Council. And that is Rochelle Bacong from Ira Harbison and Rebecca Colangelo from Lincoln Acres, and they'll be getting that on February 28th. Very proud of our national school district teachers. I want to also say that we have Read Across America coming up. We hope that you're all able to come and read to our students, and if not in person, we can hook you up with a classroom virtually. Please take one of these books. This is our 6th grade book winner. So if you don't get Miss Piggly Wiggly, what is it? Piggly Wiggle. You'll have our Willow the Whale from our Olivewood student that wrote it last year. This is our winner from last year. So we're excited. I will be reading this to all of our 6th graders and challenging them to our next writing contest to see who will be our student author. And if you go into our libraries for Read Across America, you can look for our previous winners, and they are shelved in the library shelves alongside all of the other authors by genre and last name, just like any other book. So we're proud of that, and hopefully you can see that when you're out at our schools next week. I do want to say happy birthday to Vanessa, who celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday to you. For Love the Bus, thank you for mentioning that, Trustee Lopez. We always thank our transportation department, but the one person that doesn't get the love that she deserves because she's busy giving it to everybody else is Candy Byerly. So I just want to say, we love you, Candy Byerly, and others celebrating others. We celebrate you too this Love the Bus month. And then finally, I'll just end with Friday, I'll be having in here with my student roundtable. So they will be giving Dr. Filia some feedback on the LCAP. So they'll be weighing in and giving their input as well. And of course, we'll be preparing for our big Earth Day collaboration with 6 different school districts at the Fleet Science Center on Earth Day. So if you can come by at any time, we'd love to see you during our work session. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank, of course, our volunteer. That's a lot of work. Coming down here to volunteer, she doesn't get paid because it's a volunteer, which I really respect anyone who comes and volunteer, all the parents that come. I think it's great. I also did volunteering work at last 5 months when I had my grandchildren there. I'd go every day and volunteer to do something. Anyway, I also congratulate the new employees for joining in on our family here at the NSD School District. I want to thank all the principals that are here. It's nice to see you all here. And I know that Kimball's going to be against school tonight. I know we're going to win because I'm a Kimball. I went to Kimball too.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We're the defending champions. No. We are the defending champions. Sorry.
Kimball's
Gators.
I'm president for all of you, but Kimball's going to win.
Yeah. No.
I want to thank you for your patience with me tonight, this evening. And I'm glad to see you all here. It's the first time we've had so many people stay. I'm glad that you stayed. There is one thing that I want to say is, as we all went to the Masters in Governance training, I went 3 times. I went when the first time we became a board member, a second time when our superintendent Brady became our superintendent. I joined her at the Master in Governance, and then I went again when I was re-elected to be a board member. And in those Masters in Governance, one of the things that I learned the first time that I went was for everybody on the board to please watch what you're saying And that's the way you look to other board members. Keep focused on the person that is speaking, because your actions speak louder than words. I've had a few families call me, and they were very heartbroken what was said at our last board meeting by one of our trustees to me. So I'm just letting you all know, please be careful. The speakers might not be off when they were on at our last board meeting. And a lot of the families heard what was said. And they were not very happy about it. So I just want to remind the trustees, please be careful. Once the board meeting is ended, and hopefully they turn off the speakers, and it won't be on the Zoom meetings or whatever they are. And for that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.